Good morning, everybody. I have block, ball, and elastic. Let's start standing. Feet a bit wider than shoulder distance apart. One hand on chest, one hand on belly. And let's close our eyes. And let's start breathing through nose and exhaling through the mouth. Let's do our best to send our breath deep into that lower belly. Trying to lengthen, deepen, and slow down the breath. If you feel you've got your breath going well into your lower hand, take that top hand, place it on your low back, and let's do our best to breathe into back and belly simultaneously. From there, we try to add the side body so we get that full 360-degree breathing. And then let's relax our arms at our sides. Make sure eyes are closed, and let's go through our body scan. Let's start to think about our feet. Big toes, little toes, and heels. Firmly planted. Noticing where your weight wants to shift. And then doing your best to find center. From there, we'll draw our attention up through our ankles, noticing where they are. The calves, the shins, and then into the knees. With our knees, always make sure we have a slight bend. Never locked. And then let's think about our quads, our hamstrings, and our glutes, noticing any soreness, tightness, gripping. Let's do our best to just kind of let that all go. Still focusing on those nice deep breaths at 360-degree breathing. And then let's place our hands on top of our waist, on top of our hip bones. And let's just see if we can notice a hike, a rotation, a tilt, something that doesn't feel symmetrical. And the reason we do this every week is we're just trying to notice if there's a difference. And if we do it every week, we have something to gauge against. We can always see, feel if there's a difference, which sometimes will help us predict why something is sore, a future injury. So we do our best to fix these things before they become an issue. Relax those arms at our sides. And then let's draw our attention all the way up into the shoulders, thinking of the shoulders up to the ears, roll them back and relax them down. And lastly, we'll think about the crown of the head, drawing straight up to the sky. See how tall you can make your body. See how long you can feel. Let's open our eyes. We're going to inhale, palms up to the sky, bring them up, 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 up. Pause here. Turn palms, press them down as you exhale. Inhale, palms up to the sky. Exhale. All the way down. 2 more. Turn palms away. Exhale, pushing down. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale, pressing down. Relax those arms at your sides. Let's go for our first roll down of the day. If you have osteoporosis, forward folding. Chin to chest, round that body forward. Let those arms hang in front of you. Thinking bone by bone, one at a time, all the way down. Hang out at the bottom. Try to take a nice expansive breath into your upper back. And if you're able to touch the floor, let's grab our opposite elbows. While we're here, reflect on your knees. Make sure they're not locked. Soft little bend in the knees. On the exhale, let's bend those knees more. Push into the heels, rebuild, restack from the bottom to stand all the way tall. Let's do that one final time. Chin to chest, exhaling down. Imagine we're peeling away from the wall, bone by bone, all the way down. Grab opposite elbow, if that is available to you. Really rounding the spine, sending your breath into the upper back. One more deep breath. And then as we exhale, let go of those elbows, bend the knees, push into the heels, stack it, build it, standing all the way tall. Roll the shoulders. Let's come onto our back. Make sure you have block, ball, and elastic all nearby. We're going to start with the ball underneath our tail. If you don't like the ball, which I repeat all the time, you don't have to use it, okay? I just prefer the extra range of motion I get from having it underneath the tail. Step one, find a comfortable position with that ball underneath. And then step two, let's make sure you feel the back of the head, shoulder blades, tail is on the ball, and those feet are firmly planted. From here, let's exhale, think of flattening the back, tilting the pelvis. Inhale, release, maybe a bit of extension. Exhale to flatten. Inhale, a little bit of a release to extension. Back and forth. Slow control. We'll pause in the center, and we're going to tilt side to side. I like hands on top, thumb towards my ribs, middle finger towards hips. I think of flattening one side, and I tilt to the other. Keeping my hands here helps me maintain equal distance between hip and rib on either side. It's just a nice little tactile cue, reminds me where I should be, where I want to be. Because if I maintain that position, I feel quite a bit of work all through the sides. Let's make it a circle. Just do two each direction. Flatten the back, tilt one direction. Little bit of extension through the center, flatten the other way. Last one, this direction. You want your circle to be as controlled as you possibly can. Pause in the center, other direction. But you do want to try to make it big. Last one. To get as much movement through your spine as you possibly can. And then we'll pause in the middle. Relax those arms at your sides. Feel those shoulders firmly planted on your mat. Let's slowly float one leg up into tabletop. You can keep one foot on the ground, or we can lift the other leg right away. If you felt anything lift through your midsection, you either didn't prepare or it's just too challenging for today. Let's set one foot down, reach toes towards the mat. Bring it back up. Alternate sides. Set the other foot down. Bring it back up. Time under tension. This is going to make it more challenging as we go slow. Feel those shoulders firmly planted on your mat. Do not let them round. Keep them down. Back of the head planted. Let's go for a simultaneous switch with the legs for 10. Now the further I reach away and keep my knee away from my chest, the more challenging it'll be. 9. We're going slow. 8. And I'm not just pausing at the top, I'm moving continuously. 7. Make it hard. 6. 5. 4, watch the shoulders, back of the head. 3, 2, and 1. Bring both knees towards you, set one foot down, and then the other. Let's lift our hips, remove the ball, keep those hips lifted, and let's set our spine down bone by bone, one at a time. One at a time, nice slow control. Let's grab that ball that goes between our inner thighs, not knees, thighs, so a little bit higher up. Remember, if you don't have a ball, a rolled up beach towel works in a pinch. Exhale, squeeze the ball, flatten the back, peel the spine from the bottom, bone by bone, slow control. Pausing at the top, push into your heels, re-squeeze the ball, come back down, bone by bone. One at a time, all the way down. Pause at the bottom, take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze that ball, flatten the back, peel the spine, bone by bone, one at a time. Articulate that spine. Pausing at the top, make sure at the top your ribs are not flared open. So I've got my ribs connected to my hips. I feel a nice big stretch through the front line of my body. As I want to come back down, I re-squeeze my ball and I set the top of my spine down, one at a time, conscious of those shoulders staying glued to the mat, back of the head, and feet, big toe, little toe, heels. Let's do that one final time. Re-squeeze the ball, flatten the back, pick up the tail, bone by bone, one at a time. Pausing at the top, get those ribs connected to the hips, squeeze your ball, come back down, bone by bone. All the way down. Let's set the ball aside for a second. Bring your hands behind your head. Let's go for a chest lift. We're gonna take a nice big breath in here. As we exhale, we flatten our back. We peel head, chest away from the mat. Inhale, reach those arms towards your thighs. Exhale, physically pull your body higher. Inhale, keep that height. Hands behind your head all the way down. Breath in at the bottom. Exhale, flattening that back. Peeling head, chest. Inhale to reach the hands. Exhale, pull your body higher. Inhale, hands go behind the head. And exhale all the way down. 3 to go. Breath in at the bottom. Exhale, flatten that back. Peel, head, chest, staring towards your thighs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, higher. Inhale, hands come back behind the head. And exhale all the way down. We have 2 to go. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, head lifts, chest lifts. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull higher. Inhale, hands behind the head. And exhale all the way down. One final rep. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, flatten that back, curling, peeling, head, chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, try to get higher this time. Inhale, hands go back behind the head. And exhale all the way down. Let's bring both knees into the chest. Just give yourself a nice, gentle little stretch. And we're gonna come onto our side lying position. We're gonna grab our ball, keep the elastic nearby and the block. We're gonna start with the ball underneath our side, okay? I'm gonna bend my bottom leg, straighten my top. Ball underneath. We're just gonna start with some gentle ribs pushing into the ball and then pulling away from the ball. So I'm pushing my ribs down. I'm pulling my ribs up and away. Push down, pull up. We can keep with this variation if that's enough for you, whether it be shoulder, just challenging day for you, or we're gonna lift ribs, keep the ribs lifted, and we're gonna lift the hips. Hips barely touch down, back up for 10. More challenging, straighten that bottom leg, lift the top, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. Let's split the legs. We're gonna sit up, take the arm we were laying on, stretch it up and over. We're not done on this side. We're gonna set the ball Off to the side for a second. We're gonna use our elastic for our top leg. Okay, top foot goes in the elastic. I'm gonna hold it with both hands, okay? Now, I want there to be enough tension on this elastic so that when I push, I feel it's tight, okay? We're gonna use it for a stretch. We're gonna reach the leg forward and we're gonna pull the leg behind us. Key point, stay lifted under your side body. 9, pull behind. 8, I want you to feel your glutes squeeze as you reach back. 7, nothing else moves. 6, so I get a nice big stretch through the front. 5, glute at the back. 4, 3, 2, pull, 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 one more. Back, 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 and bend that leg. We're gonna grab our Pilates ball. It's gonna go behind our knee. We're gonna stay in this side plank position. If your neck is starting to bother you, lay down, head goes on the block. I've got the ball behind my knee, and I'm gonna go for some really fun circles. Knee into the chest, open it up to the sky, back and down. 10. Into the chest, back and down. 9. These are our hip circles. 8. 7. Stay lifted under that side body. 6. 5. Harder today because we're lifted. 4. We're adding another component to the exercise. 3. 2. And 1. Tiny pause, switch direction. Extend that hip, open it up. 10. Don't let those ribs fall. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Stay lifted. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Whew. Set the ball aside for a second. Top leg bends in front of the bottom. If you can get it there, extend the bottom leg long. While we're getting a nice little stretch, we're gonna lift that bottom leg. Now, if I get lower to the ground, it's easier to lift. If I were to sit higher, it's harder. We're lifting that bottom leg for 10. 9, try to keep toes pointing straight ahead, not up to the sky. 8. 7. 6, push with the heel. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. One more exercise before we switch sides. We've got our block. It goes under the bottom hip. We're gonna straighten both legs. I'm gonna go down on my forearm. One leg forward, one leg back. Switch. 10. 9. 8. Don't let anything else move. This one's tough. 7. 6. 5. Top hand down to make it a bit easier. 4. 3. Keep those hips stacked, one on top of the other. 2. And 1. Let's bend our legs. We're gonna sit up. Bring your ball to the other side. Push into the ball as we stretch over. We're using the ball as a little bit of assistance to help us get a little bit further over. Push into the ball, sit tall. 2 more. Arm goes up, we reach over to the side. 1 more time. Arm up, over. And let's switch sides. Bring your block ball, elastic with you. Or grab it later. And we start again on our forearm. Ball is underneath the ribs. I start by pressing into the ball with my ribs. Lovely stretch. Pull those ribs away. 2 more. Pull the ribs away. Last one. Continue with that, or we go up with the hips. Hips barely touch. 10. Arm up, leg up's harder. 9. If I straighten the bottom leg, much more challenging. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Back down, split the legs. We get that tiny little stretch. And we're back on our side. Elastic around the top foot. We get that stretch. We're on our forearm. We bring that leg forward, stretch, pull the leg behind the body, push with the heel. That's our glute. 10. 9. 8. Don't let your upper body move. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Set that down. Grab that ball, it goes behind your knee. Stay on that side, keep those ribs lifted. We're circling for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Don't let anything else move. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Switch direction right away. Super fun. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Oof. Ball aside. Bottom leg bends in front of, top leg bends in front of bottom leg. Extend that bottom leg long. Find your position. And we lift up and down. Remember, lower to the ground is going to be easier to lift. 9. 8. 7. 6. We want to work inner thigh. 5. This one's tough. 4. 3. 2. 1. Set it down. Grab that block. Under the bottom hip. This is our last one. Back on the forearm. Split the legs for 10. Slow control. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Split the legs. Get rid of the block. Ball. Other side, we stretch over. Lovely side stretch. Sit tall. 2 more. Up and over. The last one. Up and over. And tall. Let's come into a quadruped position. Hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Let's go for some spine articulation. Let's bring chin down to chest, round that upper back, bone by bone. Exhaling to move. Really pause at the top here. Take a nice big breath in through the nose. And as I exhale, I'm going to articulate the spine, extending that low back to my mid back, to my upper back, and finishing with my head. Again, chin to chest, exhale. Upper back, mid back, and lower back. Exhale, extending that spine. We're going a little quicker. Not a race, but keep up the movement. Pause here. Exhale, round that low back first, mid back, upper back and head. Lift head, extend your neck, your upper back, mid back, lower back. Last full rep, round that lower back first. Tuck that tail to the mid back, upper back and head. And we finish, lift head, chest, mid back, and lower back. Let's find our neutral position here. Let's extend one arm, opposite leg. We're gonna lift it and lower it. Keep those hips square for 10, 9, 8, hips are square, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it lifted. 1, bring your knee and elbow under the body for 10, reach. 9, 8, if you can't touch, don't worry about it, come close. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down onto that forearm, keep your hand there, lift that leg up, tap it to the side, high up. 10, tap down to the side, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that knee down, push back. Gentle little child's pose, and let's switch sides. Switch, switch, switch. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Extend, arm, opposite leg. Floats up and down for 10, 9, square hips, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, belly's pulled in, 3, 2, 1, keep it lifted, knee to elbow in the center for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down onto that form, lift that leg high, out to the side and high for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg down, press yourself back, little child's pose. And let's bring ourselves up to standing. Feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Turn, push your palms down. Exhale. 1 more. In, reach up. Exhale, press it down. Let the arms hang. Big breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Round the body. Articulate the best you can. We hang at the bottom. Big breath into your back. And exhale, bend those knees. Push into the heels. Stack it. Rebuild. And stand all the way tall.